Bienvenidos! Welcome to Spain on a Fork. It is so great to be here with you. I hope that you're doing fabulous today. We have another great episode. We're going to grab an iconic Spanish tapas dish, patatas bravas, and transfer them into an even more incredible dish, folks. We are talking country-style patatas bravas with bell peppers, onions, and aioli. This dish has an insane amount of flavor, like seriously, it's an explosion of goodness, and it's made with the most basic ingredients. Like I always tell you, this is what Spanish cuisine is all about, grabbing very basic and humble ingredients, treating them with respect, and creating amazing food. You can serve these country-style patatas bravas as an appetizer, as a side dish, or even for breakfast next to a couple fried eggs for an incredible start to your day. Now, to make this recipe, I am using an extra virgin Spanish olive oil from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company. Very important to use a great olive oil here. We're using very basic ingredients, so the olive oil what gives this dish that incredible depth of flavors. This one from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company is an insanely delicious Spanish olive oil made with the Picual olive, which gives these bravas that authentic Spanish flavor. Get yourself a couple bottles, link in the description box below. I'm gonna begin by grabbing 2 medium-sized Yukon Gold potatoes. I've already washed these and patted them dry. I'm gonna cut each one into pieces that are about 1/2 inch thick. As you can see, I'm leaving the skins on the potato. This is what gives these country-style patatas bravas that incredible rustic texture and flavor. And as you're cutting your potatoes, transfer them into a large bowl. Once you have all your potatoes cut, drizzle in a generous tablespoon of extra virgin Spanish olive oil into the potatoes and season them with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm going to toss this all together, that way those seasonings and that olive oil are evenly divided through each piece of potato. Next, I'm going to transfer the potatoes into a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper and make sure they're all in a single layer, that way they all cook evenly. And I'm going to add the potatoes into a preheated oven, bake and broil option, 250 degrees Celsius, which is 475 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I always tell you, if your oven doesn't have the bake and broil option at the same time, no big deal. You just bake your potatoes for the exact same amount of time I'm baking these, and then add them to the broiler between 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, while our potatoes are roasting, let's make some aioli. Now, when it comes to aioli, you can take 2 different roads here. You can make a homemade aioli or take the cheap route. You choose whichever you want, but you know what? In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make both. That way you can choose whichever is the best one for you. Let's begin with the homemade one. I'm going to add in 2 cloves of garlic that I finely minced into a mortar. Season the garlic with some sea salt. And pound down on the garlic and the sea salt until you form a paste. Then I'm going to add in 1 egg yolk at room temperature and add in 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. And I'm going to start mixing this together in a circular motion, and at the same time start slowly adding in 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. The secret when you're making homemade aioli is you want to make sure you slowly add in that extra virgin olive oil while you continue to mix this in a circular motion. Once you've added the 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil into the mortar and you end up with a beautiful and creamy garlic aioli, this is ready to go. You guys saw how easy was it to put this together. Give it a try and season it to your liking. Now let's move on to the cheap garlic aioli. I'm going to add in a generous 1/2 cup of mayonnaise into a mortar. Shred in 2 cloves of garlic. Add in 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. And 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Lightly season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm going to whisk this all together until everything's well combined. 30 seconds after whisking this, and you end up with a beautiful and creamy garlic aioli. Our cheap aioli is done, guys. Look how easy it was to put this together. At this point, you can choose whichever one you want to make these patatas bravas. There's no right or wrong choice. Each one of these ailiolis are going to give these patatas bravas that incredible Spanish flavor. Alright, our potatoes are still roasting in the oven, and we have our aioli done. Not only 1 aioli, but 2 ailiolis. How cool was that? Choose whichever one you want, guys. Both of them are insanely delicious. For the last step, I'm going to grab a large frying pan, heat it with a medium heat, and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. 2 minutes after adding the olive oil, I'm going to add in 1/2 of a red bell pepper that I cut into strips that are 2 inches long by 1/4 inch thick, and 1 small onion that I thinly sliced. and start mixing the vegetables around with the extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to mix this continuously, you just get in there once in a while, that way nothing burns and everything cooks evenly. About 7 to 8 minutes after adding the onions and the bell peppers into the pan, the onions are nice and translucent and they're developing a beautiful light golden color, and those bell peppers are perfectly cooked and tender. I'm going to add in a generous half teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika and half a teaspoon of hot smoked Spanish paprika. Season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. I'm going to give this a quick mix, that way all the seasonings are evenly divided. And turn off the heat in the pan. Alright, let's move back to our roasted potatoes. They've been in the oven for about 22 minutes and they should be perfectly cooked through. I'm going to remove them from the oven and transfer the potatoes into the pan with the onions and the bell peppers. And give this a gentle mix until everything's well combined and all these flavors come together. Once everything's well mixed, I'm going to transfer our patatas bravas into a serving dish. Add a dollop of the garlic aioli on top. Again guys, you can use whichever of the 2 garlic aiolis I showed you how to make. And sprinkle the dish with some freshly chopped parsley. Our country-style patatas bravas are done, guys. Seriously, look how insane this looks. Moment of truth. Let's give these a try and see how they taste. Try to grab a little bit of everything here. Here we go. That is just absolutely mind-blowing delicious. It's kind of hard to believe that you can grab such basic ingredients and create a dish like this, guys. Not only is it visually stunning, but the flavors are just completely out of this world, with those onions, the bell peppers, the potatoes that kind of melt in your mouth, then the garlic aioli. Again, guys, doesn't matter which one you use here, whichever one's best for you. This patatas bravas are going to completely blow you away. So easy to make, once again, made with the most basic ingredients and done in about 30 minutes. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.